Hey ladies, okay, so just a little tutorial on how to perform a Smith machine reverse lunge. So this is going to be a glute focused variation of the lunge that is going to target essentially the glutes, okay? And the front foot is going to be elevated on a step. So I'm just going to play my video here so you can watch first of all how I set up the machine. So here I come. So first of all, you're going to adjust the Smith machine, right? So you're going to set the bar at shoulder height, and of course with the Smith machine, just ensure that these safety locks here are in place, because the Smith machine should have those. So just make sure that they are all clipped on. Before that happens, you are going to select your step or platform. So you can use anything that's got a bit of height to it, basically, whether it's like a full step or kind of like a half one here. That was all I could find in this instance, but it still does the job. So anything about 4 to 6 inches high, this is what's going to be used to elevate your front foot. So ensure that it's nice and stable, and most importantly that it will not move during the exercise. So weight wise, you are going to choose the right weight. So start with a moderate weight first of all, so that you can focus on form, and then as always you can add more weight as you gain confidence and strength. You can even do it bar only to start with, okay? So when it comes to positioning yourself, you are going to stand under the bar, okay, and you're going to place your foot on the step there. So before you do that, let's talk through the positioning of the bar. So the position of the bar actually goes across your upper back, not your neck. I often see people put it too high. That is going to be really uncomfortable, and that's going to strain your neck, which we do not want. Now hands wise, you're going to grip the bar slightly wider than shoulder width, so ensure that your hands are evenly placed both sides. You might see in a minute that I do a little bit of an adjustment just to make sure that I am nice and central, okay? So you'll place your feet, so foot placement. You're going to then step your front foot onto the elevated platform, and you are going to position your back foot a step behind on the floor. So this distance should allow for a nice deep lunge without completely overextending, okay? So now we are going to perform the movement. Let's just watch me do a few reps here. I think this is my warm-up set because I've got no weight on it, but that's cool. That's just me testing out, making sure that I'm in a good position here. Okay, now we go. Oh, you can see I've put some weight on. Probably watch me do that in just a second. Here she comes, putting the weight on, coming back here, and then we're going to go and do that lunge. I'm taking my time here, aren't I? Okay, here we go. So this is where we are going to, first of all, brace your core here. So you're going to, first of all, embrace your core, engage your core to protect your lower back and to also help you maintain your balance a little bit. So as we then lower our body, so the back foot goes back there. So I'm lowering my body, I am bending that back knee and lowering it towards the floor in a nice controlled motion, okay? So you are going to keep your torso here nice and upright, but in this instance, I do want you to slightly lean forward at the hips. You can see that my hips then go back. I'm leaning forward slightly because that is going to engage your glutes more effectively. So this is the front foot here. We are working the glutes right here, okay? So focusing on the front leg. Now, you can see here, there is my heel right there. What I'm doing as I come up is I'm essentially pushing through the heel on the front foot. Now, this is where most of the effort should come from because that's what's going to allow us to target the glutes. And you can see that I'm almost floating that back foot there because the back leg serves mainly for just balance and stability. So when it comes to the depth, you are going to lower just until your back knee is literally just above, so just hovering above the floor, and your front thigh, as you can see here, is parallel to the ground or slightly lower, okay? And then we're going to push back up, like I say, push firmly through that front heel to return to the start position. I look like I'm in pain there, don't I? Little tip for you girls, avoid locking your knee out completely at the top because that's going to allow you to keep the tension on the glutes, okay? So as you can see, I'm just going to perform here for the amount of reps that I'm doing, and then you are literally going to switch to the other leg. That is painful, right? You can even see that I'm holding for a little beat at the bottom just to really feel it in those glutes there. So just to recap on a few tips, I will take that back to the beginning there. So first of all, first tip would be to use a slightly forward lean. So a slight forward tilt, obviously without completely rounding your back. That's really going to help you to shift the emphasis to the glutes. Keeping the weight on the front heel there, so avoid pushing through that back foot. That back foot should be doing not a lot, it's just there for stability. Again, that's going to help you maximize the glute activation. As always, probably not so much in the warm-up set, but in this set, I want you, the working set, I want you to control the movement. So remember, those slow controlled reps are going to be more effective than faster momentum driven reps. Okay, and then finally, avoid overextending, so ensure that the back leg doesn't step too far back, because that could potentially stress your lower back or your hips as well. So follow these steps and tips that I've given here, and I promise you're going to start to really feel the booty burn. You're going to maximize that glute activation and make the most of this excellent exercise. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll catch you when you get this.